we've got one more act for you, ladies and gents, tonight. It's a good friend of mine. Sorry, I just thought I'm trying to prepare you for this, but there is no fucking way I can prepare you for the abomination of desolation that is Daryl fucking Golden!
Well, hey! Oh, fuck it. I've been standing up all night. There must be some way to fix this. So, I know what you're thinking. You see a comedian pull out a notebook. You're like, really? Is our headlining act going to be reading his jokes from a notebook? All of these other comedians have gone to great lengths to make sure that they memorise all of their words, and this cunt's going to sit there and read from a book. Well, it would appear so. But, see, I knew that all of you were coming here tonight. I knew this. And I knew that you'd all be standing in these exact places where you are. So what I've done is done a little sketch of you all naked. Just to help me through the nervous part of this thing. And anyways, I'm going to carry on and pretend that I'm reading from the book as not to ruin the illusion. Hello, I'm Daryl Golden. I have a dark sense of humour. If any of it gets too dark for you, then just close your eyes and think of kittens. But I'm sorry, I'll start with something clean. There's a really cute thing that some parents do with their kids. It's where they're having a tickle fight or a play fight, and the child pretends to be dead. And then the parent plays along like, oh no, he's dead, he's dead! And the child's lying there really still, trying desperately hard not to laugh. The parent goes, wait, better make sure, and then licks the kid's face, causing him to burst out laughing and break character. Now this is really cute, but it can lead to some misconceptions. So for example, years later, you're approached by a stranger. His granddad has collapsed and he's desperately seeking someone with the knowledge of medicine. You barely have a knowledge of maths, yet you agree to help. Neither of you can phone for an ambulance as there's no signal and there's no one else around. So all you can do is count the seconds that you've been completely useless. They didn't teach you first aid at school as the government thinks it's more important for you to learn foreign languages. So now you can count the seconds you've been completely useless in English, French, German and Spanish, but still do nothing for the unconscious casualty. The one who asks for your help is on the verge of tears, saying, oh God, I think he's dead. You think, maybe. Just maybe. And you lick his face, desperately hoping that he'll burst out laughing and break character, but he doesn't. He dies. The one who asked for your help's now punching you in the face. You're forever known for licking an old man to death. Yeah. So after this happened, I decided to expand on my knowledge. I studied quantum physics and read up on World War II. Learned all about Schrodinger's list. Loads of Jews in boxes with vials of poison attached to timers. And Schindler's Cat, who helped free those Jews from the boxes. I even read some stuff on Stephen Hawking, the man himself, Stephen Hawking. But after about an hour, I started to get this headache. I thought, come on, keep going. Even Stephen Hawking himself would have had to push through this to get to where he is today. And I thought, if that's the amount of damage you can take from a headache, I should probably stop reading now. Loss of physical function is a big price to pay for an intricate knowledge of the universe. Or is it? Maybe Stephen Hawking has achieved a state of mind that is better than sex, drugs, and athletics. A state of mind that just gives him constant pleasure. Maybe it's so addictive that the rest of his body shut down so he could give it his full attention. And maybe that face he's always pulling is his cum face. If not, then I would like to see his cum face. Am I alone in this? Who would not like to see Stephen Hawking's cum face? But how far would you go? Would you go as far as to suck his dick? I would go that far! Now, if that's what his face looks like, can you imagine what his cock's going to look like? But before his illness, Stephen Hawking said it's not clear that intelligence has any long-term survival value. Whereas nowadays I think it's quite clear. He also said he thinks computer viruses should be considered as life. Whereas now I think he thinks computer viruses should be considered as life-threatening. He also famously claimed that God does play dice, though he sometimes confuses us by throwing them where they can't be seen. Whereas nowadays, I think anyone playing dice with Stephen Hawking would be able to throw the dice in a place where he cannot see them. No, even right in front of him would be a bit of a struggle. It's because of people like Stephen Hawking that technology is advancing. I believe soon we'll be able to change the way that we taste things with little implant devices on our tongues. You can make any flavour taste like any other flavour. For example, you could make stamp glue taste like gummy bears. Or if you like the taste of stamp glue and don't like the taste of gummy bears, then you can make gummy bears taste like stamp glue. And it'd be sexualised. You'd be able to make Yorkshire pudding taste like pussy. Or if you like the taste of Yorkshire pudding and don't like the taste of pussy, I don't think she'd be too impressed if she looked down to see you pouring gravy on her veg. Especially if it's lumpy. To be honest, if her vagina's lumpy, then you probably shouldn't be licking it. But it'd be great, you could taste exotic meats, endangered species, and even human meats. And children would always eat their vegetables. People who are lactose intolerant could taste cheese. People who are allergic to nuts could taste nuts. People who are allergic to cat hair could taste cat hair. And paedophiles could taste baby dick without being a danger to society. Celebrity bumholes would be a new taste craze, with the authentic taste of Beyonce's booty. It's bootylicious. And you remember Britney Spears' fart in a jar that sold on eBay a few years ago? Well, now you can taste it. Which is great, unless the reason you wanted the jar is so you can stick your dick in it so that it smells like you butt-fucked Britney Spears. You know, in case you ever get the chance to show off. Like, hey, smell my dick. Hey, is that Britney Spears' ass? Yes, it is. So that's what happens with all new technology. It gets used for sex. Has anyone heard of the Apple iGasm or iGrater or whatever they're calling it now? The groinal attachment that you can plug your iPod into and feel the vibrations of your favourite songs through your genitals. Suddenly a man likes dubstep. It usually plays through the whole song, but I've heard if you do it with Justin Bieber, it cuts out after about 30 seconds. And soon it'll be going online. You can have real cyber sex with someone while watching them on webcam. And as you're not meeting these people in person, you no longer have to worry about rapists. Well, unless they find a way to disable your next button. The best thing about it is you can see Stephen Hawking's cum face without having to suck his dick. I don't know how willing he'd be to participate with, you know, the risk of viruses. Maybe if you were using a Norton. But if the idea with sex with other people online doesn't grab you, you could always just download your orgasms. You could download them illegally for the extra thrill. And of course, the biggest danger with illegal downloads is being rickrolled. Everyone know what being rickrolled is? Yeah. You wait for ages for your download to finish. Then you click play, and instead of the song that you wanted, you get Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. It's Bad enough when you're expecting a song or a video. When you're expecting an orgasm, it's a complete anticlimax. Chat roulette is where you go to chat, and all you get are guys with their dicks out. You'd be like, dick, next, dick, next, no, dick, next. And then chat roulette. It's just going to be a place where you go to for sex, and all you're going to get are guys dressed up as Rick Astley, dancing around. Rick. Next. Rick. Next. Rick. Next. 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 He's disabled my next button! I'm being Rick raped! You never know what kind of life you'll be living in 5 years' time. Hopefully, for me, I'll still be doing this. Coming on stage with my topical, hard-hitting political humour that I've used tonight. Either that or I'll be sucking Stephen Hawking's dick. And then licking his face to make sure he's still alive. It's okay though, it'll taste of Yorkshire pudding. I do realise here that I'm making fun of a man with a terminal illness, but I do assure you that I would feel absolutely terrible if he dies. That joke about sucking his dick would be a hell of a lot darker. Thank you for your time. I've been Daryl Golden. I'd like to pass you back on to our MC for this evening, Mr. Tom Mullen.